Wednesday show. Wednesday show. I'm so far behind. We are continuing our Disney Plus bracket. Hello. I don't know if anyone's out there. Right now, well, you guys are not on there. Oh, there we go. We got Joe's there. Hey, Joe. Right now, over on the From Screen to Theme Facebook page and my YouTube channel. Oh, yeah. Okay, there we go. Matt's on. Hello, Matt. How you doing? So we're continuing our bracket that we've been doing for the last 2 weeks now. We're now we don't have to add anything else into it. So this week we're going to be kind of going through and going a lot more crazy, adding the stuff in that we want to add in. For YouTube, I've had the handle for a while. It automatically gave me my handle because after I passed 1,000, it gave me the handle. I don't like the idea of the handle. I think that's it's okay. Yeah, but it automatically for YouTube, it automatically popped up on my thing whenever the handles popped up saying my handle's automatically at Brent Dodge. So I've got my handle. Can it handle this? Yeah, with the thing. I've had that for a while. And then they just opened it up to everyone. But I got that probably. It was whenever I hit 1,000, it allowed me to get the handle. So about 2 years ago almost. You want to see the bucket? Okay, let me get the bucket. I gotta go over here. The bucket's over here. Well, merrily on our way to nowhere in particular. There it is. And that is the greatest popcorn bucket ever. So how it hangs so he's like looking down at the road or down at the ground. So then the popcorn bucket opens up that way. Not bad. Not bad at all. I think it's pretty cool. It's great. I think it's a great popcorn bucket. I think that's probably the best popcorn bucket ever. I would buy this one in a heartbeat over this one. This is a good popcorn bucket too, but that's like the best popcorn. I think this is the best popcorn bucket I've ever had. This is a great popcorn bucket. This becomes show and tell with popcorn buckets. That's a great popcorn bucket too. From Disneyland. Here's another great popcorn bucket. Here's another popcorn bucket. There's a lot. I got a lot of popcorn buckets. And I've got a lot of popcorn buckets. But this is hands down my new favorite popcorn bucket that Disney's ever released. I think it's just such a great one. I've always loved Mr. Toad. Not just the attraction, but the character itself. I vividly remember the first time I ever saw Mr. Toad. And I was blown away. I was completely blown away. I was like 12 years old, and I completely remember thinking this is like the greatest cartoon of all time. And I still think it's one of the greatest cartoons of all time. The whole film, The Adventures of Ichabod and Mr. Toad, which came out back in 1949, it's a great film. But the Mr. Toad segment just kind of, it's such a good series. I love it. All right, anyways, hello everyone. How's everyone doing? You guys doing good? So today we're going to be continuing our bracket. Next year, or not next year. Next week we are going to be taking a pause because it is going to be the Wine and Dine Half Marathon weekend starting tomorrow with the expo, and then Friday I've got the 5K, Saturday I've got the 10K, and then Sunday I've got the half marathon itself. Let's see here. On a scale of 1 to 10, how excited are you for November 18th Disney Plus releases? The one I'm really excited about is the Mickey Mouse one. I think the Mickey Mouse one just looks amazing. I cannot wait to watch that. I watched the trailer today twice, and yeah, I think that one's going to be a great show or documentary. I cannot wait to watch that documentary because I love Mickey Mouse. It's tough not to love Mickey Mouse. He's everywhere. He's up here, right here. He's right here. He's right there. Maybe he's in 3 spots. He's right there. I love Mickey Mouse. Anyways, let's get this party started. We are going to start the 689th episode. I also, by the way, I've got a little cold. I woke up today. I was very nasally, had a sore throat, so I've been kind of resting today. I went to the park for a little bit, but I don't want to get any sicker. So I apologize if I'm drinking lots of water or whatever as we go through here. I just need to keep my body in A-OK shape before I go off and run 20 some miles this next coming few days. All right. So let's get this party started. We're going to start the 689th episode of the Wednesday show in 5, 4, 3, 2. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the 689th episode of the Wednesday show. Today is November 2nd, 2022, and I'm your host, as always, Brent Dodge. Hello. Today, we're going to be going through and continuing our bracket that we've been doing over the last few weeks, trying to figure out what the best thing on Disney Plus is. But of course, before we get to that, let's talk about our news for the week. First off, thank you everyone who's been joining us for our Saturday in the Park. If you didn't already know, every single Saturday, right over on the From Screen and Theme Facebook page, we do a live broadcast from someplace found throughout the Walt Disney World Resort. This is coming up Saturday because I will be doing the 10K in the morning. I will be coming back and I will be sleeping for a while. So we will not be going live at 1 o'clock Eastern time like we usually do, but we will be going live at some point on Saturday. So just kind of keep on watching for my Twitter and also keep watching for my From Screen and Theme Facebook page. And I will give you guys an update on when we are actually going live, but it will not be 1 o'clock. It will most likely be later in the afternoon. So watch out for that as well. I have no idea where I'm going on Saturday. So I think it might be Epcot, but no, I think maybe it's Studios. I have no idea. Anyways, also thank you everyone who's been checking out our daily Disney videos over on my YouTube channel. If you guys didn't already know, every single day we are releasing a brand new video, and we're also releasing a brand new short. My short today, I think, is the funniest short I've ever created. I thought it was hilarious. It is Mr. Toad going through the Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh, his former location. Go check it out. I think it's a great video. It's not doing well at all. Usually it's, by this point, it's at a few thousand views. Right now it's at like 12. So make sure you go check that out, share it with a friend, all that other fun stuff. And of course, as always, tonight's show is sponsored by It's All About the Mouse Travel. Make sure you stop by it'sallaboutthemousetravel.com for all of your Disney travel needs. All of their services are absolutely, positively, 100% free. So make sure you book with them for your next Disney vacation. Okay, so if you guys have been joining us for the last few weeks here, then you guys know how this works. But in case you have not been joining us for the last few weeks, this is how it works. Over the last few weeks here, the last 2 weeks, now the third week right now, people out there have been giving us different Disney films and different Disney shows and different Marvel shows and anything that you can find on Disney Plus. And we have been adding it to our list. So what you guys are going to be doing is we're going to be having it so things are randomly being put up one against one another until we eventually have a winner to figure out what you guys think is the best thing to actually watch on Disney Plus. I was adding all the things onto the computer here earlier to kind of have it so it was a little easier and a little smoother, but unfortunately it crashed on me right when I was about to save it for one last time. So here, let's do this real quick. We're just adding the things onto the list here. We got Jeff Goldblum. So for those of you guys who are wondering what we've had so far, we've had everything from Jeff Goldblum, which is the Many Adventures, The World According to Jeff Goldblum, which is a National Geographic show that can be found over on Disney Plus. We've had things like Luca. Luca is one of the Pixar films that was released specifically on Disney Plus a few years ago. Things like The Rescuers, classic films like that, Behind the Attractions, which was a great TV show that kind of took us through and behind the different attractions that we have found throughout all of Walt Disney World and Disneyland. We have like the Baymax shorts. We've got the Groot shorts. Now I'm just reading right off of what the thing is while I add these things into our list. Here we go. We got Lady and the Tramp live action. And then we also have, I'm sorry that this is not One Day at Disney. We're almost done with all of these things here. Well, not all of them. Matt, you're going to Disneyland? We got. All right. So we are down to our final 38 to try to get into the top 32 here. So let's get this party started. Who wants to start? Throw out two numbers into the comments below. The first two numbers that pop up will be our first random numbers to go against each other. Today we are looking for numbers between numbers 1 and number 32. So throw them into the, or I'm sorry, 1 and 38. 1 and 38. First two to pop up will be going head to head against one another. We've got number 1 is going to be going up against number 14. 1 against 14 is going to be our first matchup of this evening. Ooh. This is all. Okay, that's number 1. What's it going up against, though? Number 14. Oh, man. By the way, everything that you guys have put out, all 64 things that we did have on our list, I have seen enough to really kind of go through and talk about. So let's start us off with our first matchup of this evening. Okay, ding, ding. I can't do that with my throat right now. In our corner on the left-hand side, we've got a Disney Plus original series. Now, this Disney Plus original series debuted last year and is currently actually in its second season. The series takes place in a, well, genius academy, but not really. Let's explain. It's called the Mysterious Benedict Society. Now, Benedict is a man who finds out that there is this thing called the emergency that's going on, and he is trying to end the emergency. But of course, lo and behold, the person who's actually in charge of creating the emergency is none other than his twin brother. So he recruits 4 genius children to have it so they infiltrate the campus that this genius brother actually runs and operates, causing this emergency. The 4 children go in trying to stop the emergency while also helping the eccentricity of Mr. Benedict. Going up against the Mysterious Benedict Society is a TV show that was part of the Disney afternoon. Dashing and daring, courageous and caring, faithful and friendly with stories to share. That's right, we're talking about Gummy Bear. Oh man, my voice can't do it right now. The Adventures of the Gummy Bears. The Adventures of the Gummy Bears took us on a crazy adventure where we had to see several different bears who were gummy filled. No, the story of the Gummy Bears is a group of bears who are much like you and I, who have, go around and talk and stuff. However, they are going and living in a medieval time. They have this secret thing called gummy berry juice, which gives them amazing powers. And with these powers, they go and try to stop different mysteries that are happening all around the kingdom, which brings us to our first vote of the night. Which one would you like to move on to the next round? The Mysterious Benedict Society or the Adventures of the Gummy Bears? You have about 30 seconds to vote while I get a drink of water. Dashing and daring, courageous and caring. Okay, we got our first vote for Gummy Bears, second vote for Gummy Bears. Right now, Gummy Bears is winning with a 2-0 vote. 3-0, 4-0, 5-0, 5-1. Mysterious Benedict Society gets on the board. I really like Mysterious Benedict Society. The second season just started. And there's this one girl named Constance. I think she's the greatest actor that's out there. Like, I'm not even joking. She is hilarious. She's like the greatest little actress. And I absolutely love watching her on the series because she's just a riot. The way she has the greatest deadpan delivery of everything. So like, oh, well, I guess I got it through. Tough one, but Disney Afternoon wins with Gummy Bears. You guys have about 10 seconds left to vote. Right now, Gummy Bears is in the lead. We're going to give you 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Technically, Gummy Bears only got 1 vote from Eric because he's the only one who actually spelled gummy the correct way. Everyone else threw a Y at the end, when in reality, it is an I. However, we will overlook the spelling mistakes and we will give Gummy Bears a day to live on. Adventures of the Gummy Bears will be moving on. What I need from you guys now is I need another number. Throwing 2 numbers there between 1 and 38. As long as it's not one of the ones that we've already done, we will be going on to our next round here. If it came down to a tie because of that, that'd be hilarious. Point for Eric. All right, we got number 2 and we got number 25 are going to be the next 2. They're going to be going head to head here. Oh, man. Okay, this is good. This is a good match. This is a great matchup. Just in time for the holiday season, because right now the holiday season has officially started over at the Magic Kingdom. If you look at my post at all, the Christmas tree's up, Christmas presents are up, everything's up. Christmas time is going loud and proud over at the Magic Kingdom. So if you're in the Christmas spirit, there are so many different things that you might want to watch to kind of get into the Christmas mood. I mean, we've got so many different things. We've got like Mickey's Once Upon a Christmas, which is on the list, but we haven't gotten to yet. Mickey's Twice Upon a Christmas. The Santa Claus 2, the Santa Claus 3. Pretty soon we're going to have the Santa Clauses coming out on Disney Plus. However, on opening day of Disney Plus came out with a specific Christmas movie made specifically for that release. That movie was none other than Noelle. Noelle tells the story about Noelle, who is one of Santa's daughters, or Santa's only daughter. Santa has 2 daughters, or I'm sorry, he's got 2 children, 1 daughter, 1 son, and his son, of course, is going to be the next in line for the role of Santa Claus after he passes away. Well, spoiler alert, Santa Claus passes away at the start of the film, and the son is supposed to be the brand new Santa Claus. However, he doesn't want the job, and the person who'd be perfect for the job is Noelle, but she can't do the job because she's a girl. And so they have to go through and try to figure out how to have it so she can become Santa Claus, or actually get her brother back until eventually she becomes Santa. Long story short, great Christmas movie if you've not already seen it. I have watched it the last few years for Christmas because it does get me in the Christmas holiday mood. Going up against Noelle is another story of a girl who just kind of is looked down upon by most people until eventually she gains some superpowers. That's right, we are talking about the hit Disney Plus series, Miss Marvel. Miss Marvel tells the story of Kamala Khan and how she gains her powers as the role of Miss Marvel. She is just an everyday person, just like you and I, fangirling over the different Avengers, and she even goes to different Avengers cons. When she's at the Avengers con, she creates these different special powers, or she absorbs different special powers, and she in turn becomes a superhero herself and is eventually faced with going off and fighting crime as a teenage girl. Kind of like Spider-Man, but, you know, a female version. So that is going to bring us to our vote here. You have about 30 seconds to throw in which one you want to move on to the next round, Noelle or Miss Marvel. The voting starts now. I apologize again for my voice. My voice is out there. We got 1 vote for Miss Marvel. We got a vote for Noelle. Right now it's a 1-1 vote. Miss Marvel. I do like Miss Marvel. I do like Noelle too. Noelle. Wait, Miss Marvel already. Wait. Did Miss Marvel already go in? I didn't think Miss Marvel went in. Did she? Oh, Miss Marvel already went. Okay. Whoa. Hold the phone. You're right. Miss Marvel did beat Andor. So which one is on this list? Or which one are we missing from our list here? Oh, Miss Marvel is crossed off. I added the wrong thing. Okay, our vote is not against Miss Marvel. Someone else throw a number between 1 and 38 in, as I try to figure out which one we're missing here. That one's on there. That one's on there. All right, we need another number. We need another number. I screwed up. All right, 38's the first one to pop up there. So Noelle is sticking. Noelle is in this fight. However, it is no longer going up against Miss Marvel because Miss Marvel has already moved on. I was completely, oh my gosh. Wait, instead of Miss Marvel, it's actually 38 is another superhero. Not only is it another superhero, it's another female superhero. This is a movie that actually caused a lot of controversy online because the actress wanted to get paid more. The movie we're talking about is Black Widow. Black Widow tells the story of what happens exactly to Natasha Romanoff between different Marvel films. Because, of course, in Infinity War, in Endgame, we do lose her. And then this movie came out after that, but this tells the story of what happens between what happens in Infinity War and what happens before that. And we finally get to see her family. But going up against her family are crazy hijinks, all these different things. And we finally get to see the background of all of these different stories and these different characters. And we get to learn a lot more about who Black Widow herself was. So now that we have the actual vote, this is going to be Black Widow or Noelle. And while you guys are voting here, I'm trying to figure out which one I missed then. That one's there. Let's see here. All right, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37. How is there 37? Oh, wait, we got 2 for Black Widow, and then Noelle. Noelle gets a lot of votes. Noelle is moving on. Oh, wait. This is what we need you guys to do. I need you guys to do me a favor because I screwed up here. I don't know how I screwed up. I think it might be the numbering that I did, but I needed anyone out there, anyone at all, to name a Disney Plus item that we have not talked about yet. Any of them. Name a Disney Plus show, a Disney Plus movie, anything. It's going to be added to our list. It's the last thing to be added to our list. We already have Once Upon a Time is already on there. Matt, The Simpsons. The Simpsons are going to be our final thing added to our bracket. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put The Simpsons as one of the numbers that we've already taken out tonight. So one of the numbers is back in there, but The Simpsons is the one that is added in. Fun fact, The Simpsons is actually always in the top 3 most watched things on Disney Plus, which fascinates me because I always loved The Simpsons as a child. But it blows me away that is still one of the top streamed things on Disney Plus literally every single day. It blows me away. Oh, wait. I need 2 numbers between 1 and 37 because 38 was Black Widow, and I'll tell you right now, that's not the number that I filled in. So 1 through 37. We got number 9 against number 9. Number 9 against number 2. I think we already had 2 though, right? That was Black Widow. Yeah. So we have number 9. So we need something else besides number 2. We've done 2. But good call, Matt, because like I said, I did say I did say that one of our numbers is replaced, so it could have been 2 because we have done 2 already. Number 28. Oh, that's a good one. I like this one. Okay. So let's start us off with. Let's start us off on the one side with a television series. I can feel my nose going. We're gonna start off with a television series that debuted on ABC. ABC. No, that's NBC. Ding, ding, ding. Is that NBC or ABC? That's NBC. Anyways, it debuted on ABC as a short-lived television series, and then it actually got picked up for a second season, which was also a short-lived television series. One person who usually watches this show is actually in this television series. That's right. Justin, are you here? Justin? No? Justin's not here. The TV series we were talking about was a Marvel television series called Agent Carter, telling the story of Agent Carter. Now, if you watch the Captain America films, then you probably know who Peggy Carter is. But if you don't, let's describe her to you. Peggy Carter, or Agent Carter, is a British woman who is in the U.S. Army, and she joins the Secret Services, and of course, eventually creates S.H.I.E.L.D. In the 2-season run of her television series, she goes through undercover on different missions while also kind of having a regular life. Overall, it's a great show if you love Agent Carter, if you love Captain America. It is a time period show, so it takes place back in the 1940s, but it is a great show altogether, and I absolutely love it. And I actually have it on my Disney watch list, or my Disney Plus watch list, because I want to watch it again. I watched it when it first came out, but I've not seen it since then. But overall, it is a great series if you've never seen it. Going up against Agent Carter is a movie that debuted on Disney Plus last year. Not only that, this still fascinates me to no end. The most streamed movie on any streaming service in the year 2021 was this movie that came out in 2021 on Disney Plus. When they said that was the most streamed movie of all, well, not of all time, but on any streaming service that year, it blew me away because I enjoy the movie, but I wouldn't say it's my favorite movie. But the movie is a Pixar film about a man who has to say, Silencio Bruno, Luca. Luca tells the story about Luca, who is a sea creature, like a fish, but he's not a fish. He's a sea creature who lives below the ocean, and then when he goes out into the air, he actually becomes a human. So he goes up into the human world because the human world, it is a mess. No, that's the Little Mermaid. Anyways, he goes up to the human world because he wants to be out where the humans are. I want to be where the people are. And while he's up there, he has to have it so he figures out exactly how to live his life in this world without getting caught with the fact that he is in fact a sea creature. So while they're there, of course, they created quite the hype for Vespas. But overall, it is a great movie that must be watched time and time and time and time and time again, according to the streaming services. That blows me away, by the way. It blows me away that was the most streamed movie in 2021. But it's like official, like Disney came out with it, and I was like, that there's no way. Like Disney, maybe on Disney Plus, and then I left, and I was like, oh my gosh, on any platform. Anyways, you guys have 30 seconds to vote for either Agent Carter, or Luca. Voting starts right now. I realize. Silencio Bruno. I'm trying to think, what's his friend's name? I can't think of his friend's name right now. Okay, we got Agent Carter. Oh. Wait a minute. Agent Carter. 3 for Agent Carter, 3-1, 4-1, 4-2, 4-3, 4-4, 5-4. Luke is now in the lead. 6-4. Wait a minute, I miscounted. 1, 2, 3, 3-1, 4-1, 4-2, 4-3, 4-4, 5-4 with Luke in the lead. 6-4. Alberto, that's his name. Alberto. The 2 people who knew were my parents. Right now it is a 6-4 vote with Luca in the lead. I'm going to give you guys a few more seconds here because we still have about 7 people who are out there watching who have not voted yet. So we'll give you guys about 10 more seconds to throw in your votes if you possibly want to vote. Silencio Bruno. I love Agent Carter though. Agent Carter was such a good like. Raise the hands. Did anyone watch Agent Carter? I think that's the problem with this bracket compared to our past brackets. Is this one is like if you haven't seen it, you're not going to vote for it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Luca is moving on to our next round here. Or if you hate the movie, like if you're like, oh, I hated that Luca, then maybe you'll vote for something else. Okay, I need two numbers between 3 and 37. Throw your votes into the thing right now. Are you a real person? Um, 4 and 15 are the two numbers that I saw first on here. 4 and 15. Well, thank you. 4 and 15. I like the name. A. I'm assuming it's more like the Fonzie. Hey. Okay. So going up in our next vote here is going to be number 4 and 15. So these are two Marvel things that both came out really recently. Actually, I think they're the two most Marvel recent things that have come out. Wait, first let's talk about the Marvel series. Not that long ago, actually just ended like last week or 2 weeks ago, was the newest Marvel series called She-Hulk. She-Hulk tells the story about Jennifer, who is the Hulk's cousin, the actual Bruce Banner's cousin, and they get into an accident together and her arm breaks open or gash is open and some of his blood falls on her, and of course because he's got gamma radiation, she's got the same bloodstream, she also gains the abilities of being the Hulk as well. So she gains the power of being She-Hulk. However, it's more of a comedy show, it's more of a lawyer show than anything else. So as we go through the series, we kind of follow her storyline where she is trying to get into the dating world. She is trying to have it so she is accepted as a regular human being and not being focused on her She-Hulk identity. Going up against her is a Marvel special that blew me away. Just last month, they released a brand new series or a brand new special. Not even a series. It was a one thing episode or one, I don't even know. It's not a movie. It's not long enough to be a movie, but it was a special presentation called Werewolf at Night. Werewolf at Night tells the story of this man who has died. And he's got this estate. And the person who's going to inherit the estate, it's not going to be his daughter because his daughter's completely abandoned him, but it's going to be one of these people who comes to do a hunt. So they're supposed to go out and hunt a monster, man thing. And when they go out and catch him, then eventually everything will be right in the world. That person will become the new person. However, there is a werewolf in their midst, and that werewolf wants to have it so he's there to actually rescue Man Thing because he actually knows him as a person. So he goes into the hunt as well, mainly due to the fact that he's trying to save this person, but he also teams up with someone along the way. And overall, it blew me away. It blew me away. I want to see more and more series like this out there. So that brings us to our vote. You guys have about 30 seconds to throw into the chat room which one you want to have move on to our next round, She-Hulk or Werewolf by Night. I said Man Thing, right? Or did I say it wrong? What did I say? Did I say that wrong? All right, we got She-Hulk, Werewolf by Night. Werewolf by Night. Right now it has a 2-2 vote. Keep throwing your votes. Oh, I said it right. You just got excited. Okay. I was like, wait a minute. What did I say? She-Hulk. This is my time to also say, if you are voting for She-Hulk because you saw She-Hulk, good. I appreciate that you guys watched She-Hulk. I think She-Hulk was good. I don't think it was my favorite Marvel. I know it wasn't my favorite Marvel thing. But also watch Werewolf by Night because it's such an interesting, like it was such an interesting. Oh, it blew me away because I wasn't sure what to expect at all. I went into it like, oh, okay, like this could be kind of an interesting show, and then at the end of it, I was like, oh, I need more than just one video of this. I need more of this because it was really well done. Oh, we have a lot of people who aren't voting right now, and I think part of that is because maybe people just haven't seen either one of these. So we are gonna go. We're gonna give you guys about 10 more seconds here to vote, but right now it is She-Hulk with 3 votes and Werewolf by Night with 2 votes, and we still have over 10 people who are watching that have not voted yet. So we're gonna give you just a few more seconds here. Let me just get a quick drink. All right, we're gonna give you a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. She-Hulk is moving on to our next round here. Okay, I need 2 numbers between 3 and 37 to go up against one another. Throw your numbers into the chat room right now. All right, we got number 32 and number 16 are the first 2 numbers that popped up on my side. Oh, that's a good one. Oh, that's a good one too. Oh man. Okay. We got two really good shows. Both of them actually come out just in the last just in the last 6 months even. Oh wait. So have you ever wondered like how movies are made? Like have you ever wanted to have like a really cool in-depth look at like the behind the scenes of movies? Because that was one of those things where growing up for me, I used to like devour the special editions or the special features on different DVDs because I love to see like how they did different things in movies. Like I thought it was just like the most fascinating thing in the world. And then as time would go on, more and more people just were not as fascinated by this stuff because it just wasn't as big of a thing. But there were some times where you would look back at an old movie and say, how did they do that back then? Well, let me tell you about a great TV show that you can watch on Disney Plus now. Industrial Light and Magic is a 6-part series. I want to say it might be a 5-part series or a 4-part series, but I think it's a 6-part series that goes through and tells the story of the people who were responsible for the Industrial Light and Magic, aka things like Star Wars, Indiana Jones, just those 2. No, Star Wars, Indiana Jones, Jurassic Park, etc., etc., etc. All these amazing films that we know and love today, and things that we look back at fondly growing up. These people were in charge of this entire creation of these different special effects. Industrial Light and Magic goes through and tells the story in a full documentary form about how these people actually pulled off some of these special effects. Some of them way back in the 1970s and 1980s when computers weren't really a big thing at that point. So they used to have to do different practical effects. Overall, Light and Magic is an amazing series that has to be watched by anyone who's fascinated by special effects. Going up against this is another series, and this series is not as intense, but it's a lot more lovable. Back in the mid-2010s, we got a brand new character that everyone just fell in love with. He was lovable. He's just one of the most lovable characters ever, and recently he got a brand new series on Disney Plus. That's right, we were talking about the Baymax shorts. Baymax shorts tell different stories about Baymax going out into the city and helping different people. Now, the one thing that I absolutely love about this series is, 1, we get to spend a little bit more time with Baymax, but 2, I think one of the greatest parts about this series is Baymax gets to show off his different skills in every single episode until eventually one of the last episodes, he disappears. And we don't know what happens because he's trying to plug himself in and he can't do it. And then the last episode is the search for Baymax, and everything that's happened before that all starts to come together. Before that, you just kind of feel like it's these individual stories that are just not going to connect whatsoever. But overall, in the end, everything comes together and everything is amazing. So that's going to bring us to our vote here. Which one would you like to have move on to the next round? Light and Magic or Baymax? Throw your votes into the comments right now. You have about 30 seconds to throw your vote in. I think both these are great shows. Light and Magic blew me away. Like that was one of those where I was like, oh, this is a great series. I stand by that. It was a great series. It's a great series. Okay, we've got Light and Magic. Light and Magic has two. Baymax has one. 2-1, 3-1, 4-1, 4-2, 4-3, 4-4. Right now, we are at a 4-4 vote, with both things obviously being a tie. But we also still have about 10 people who have not thrown their vote into the comments yet. So if you're watching and you want to have Baymax or Light and Magic move on to the next round, make sure you throw your votes into the comments below so your vote counts. And we move it on. La la tra la 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 la. Okay, guys, if you don't vote though, like it comes down to a tiebreaker, and I'm the tiebreaker, and that's never a good thing for me. Don't let him break the tie; he will kill Baymax. Yeah, Eric's right. Anyone else? Any other votes out there? I'll give you guys about 10 seconds to vote. It looks like no one is throwing a vote in. No one's throwing a vote in at all. Give me a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Boom, boom. Okay. Baymax will join Brother Bear. Oh. Joe just came in with the last minute vote. Light and Magic is our winner. Light and Magic is our winner. It barely wins with a 5-4 vote. Joe, I appreciate you coming in at the last minute there because I was about to sweat bullets. Okay, let's move on to our next vote here. I need two numbers between the numbers 3 and 37. Throw your votes into the numbers below or the comments below. Oh, good. We can be mad at Joe now. Throw your votes in the comments below so we can figure out what's going to be going on to our next round here. Number 21 and number 3. 21 and 3. I pulled up the wrong document. All of a sudden, it's the book that I've been writing. Oh, man. This is a... Okay. Yes. I was typing one thing there. Okay. We have a classic movie. And I mean like a classic movie. One of those movies that I just, every time I watch it, I can't help but smile. I can't help but like cry because it's like, oh, the one scene, it gets me every time. It's such a, oh, anyways. So the movie came out back in the 1960s. I think it was 1960 to be on the dot. And the film tells the story about the Glad Town, Harrington Heights. First off, I would like to give a shout to the Disney company because this is the very first and I think the very last Disney movie ever to have it so the whole movie, not just the scene, the entire movie starts with the shot of a boy's bare butt. Not even a joke. It starts off with this kid who is going streaking and running into the lake. That's how the movie starts. And every time I watch Pollyanna and I see that's like the first shot, I always laugh. I'm like, really? That's how you're gonna start this movie about a little girl? You're gonna start off with this boy's. Anyways, Pollyanna tells this story about a girl named Pollyanna whose parents have both tragically died, and she is moving in with her Aunt Polly, who is a very strict, very unsocial. Well, no, she's a very sociable person, but she doesn't like children. But she unfortunately has to take Pollyanna in, and to her, it is the biggest burden in the world. However, Pollyanna, despite her tragic loss, decides that she is still going to bring gladness to the town. So she goes around town and starts to spread joy from each person all around until eventually tragedy hits Pollyanna herself and she becomes paralyzed. And it's like the most heartbreaking scene, but at the same time, it just feels so good. At the end of the movie, when the whole town shows, oh, that scene every time. Anyways, going up against Pollyanna is another story of a young girl. Well, multiple girls, multiple boys, That's right. We're going to, and we're all in this together. High School Musical, a great film. However, High School Musical, the musical, even better. But let's throw a few more words on there. High School Musical, the series. High School Musical, the series debuted with Disney Plus. Now, all of a sudden, as soon as I start talking about this, I feel like we actually did this one. Did we do this one? Did we do this one last week? No, we did not. No, we didn't. High School Musical, the series, tells the story of a group of children who go to high school at the school where High School Musical, the show or the movie, was filmed. And they have a new drama teacher who decides that the high school where High School Musical was filmed has never done a musical about High School Musical, so she decides that she's going to make a High School Musical, the musical. Very confusing, I know. Throughout the series, we have had 3 different seasons. The first season, amazing. Second season, meh. Third season, really good again. Actually, the series finale of season 3, amazing. Great storytelling. Anyways, so throughout the series, we have it. So we have our main characters are characters like Ricky, Nini, EJ. And now I'm drawing a huge blank on the girl's name. I can see her face. I just can't think of her name. Anyways, we go through the entire series, and every single episode has a little bit of music in it, and a little bit of drama, and a little bit of fun as well. Overall, hilarious show too. But that's going to bring us to our vote. You guys have about 30 seconds to vote for either High School Musical, the musical, the series, or Pollyanna. Throw your votes into the comments below right now. All in this together. Once we know that we are, we're all stars and everything. Wildcats everywhere. Wave your hands up in the air. Okay, we got one High School Musical. Pollyanna. What? Pollyanna is completely taking the world by storm right now. I would not be mad if Pollyanna wins the entire thing. I love Pollyanna. I think Pollyanna is a great series or a great movie. Oh, we got High School Musical, the musical, the series just has received a vote. Honestly, I think High School Musical, the musical, the series is a great series. I did not like season 2 at all. But season 2, it felt like they were like throwing all this drama in there. And for me, I was like, nah. But season 3 was a huge redemption arc for me. I think that was a great one. Now I'm drawn. What's the girl's name? I can't think of her name. Gina. There's Nini, Gina, so many characters. It's tough to keep track of all the characters' names. But that's going to wrap up that vote. Pollyanna is moving on to our next round. Okay, we've done up to 4. So we got numbers 5 through 37 to throw into our next round here. So I need a number between 5 and 37. Throw your votes in right now. We got 25. Fun fact, we had 25 earlier. But if you remember, we said we were going to add something into it because I had miscounted earlier. All right, and number 10. 25 and 10. Ooh. Wait a minute. I feel like we did that one, though. Didn't we not? Did we do 10 last week? I feel like I talked about it, but maybe I was just talking about it when people were putting out the votes. All right, so here we go. We got number 25 and number 10. This is going to be the competition of a lifetime. Well, maybe not a lifetime, but this is going to be a competition between 2 things. One of them has been going on forever, and the other one was very short-lived, and I wish it would have lived on a little bit longer. Let's start with the big one. The Simpsons. The Simpsons tells the story about the Simpsons. Well, not just the Simpsons, but it also tells the story of Springfield itself. I don't even know how to sum up the Simpsons. Like, I love the Simpsons. I've seen a lot of I've not seen every episode, but I've seen a lot of the Simpsons. Especially back in the day, I used to watch the Simpsons like religiously. The Simpsons tells the story of Homer, a moron, Marge, not the brightest. Lisa, very smart. Bart, not the brightest. And Maggie, a baby. They also have Snowball, too, a cat. And they also have Santa's little helper, a dog. The Simpsons goes through and doesn't just tell the story about the Simpsons, but it also tells the story of all of the different people who live in the town of Springfield. Everyone from Grandpa Simpsons, Mr. Burns, Waylon Smithers, Abu. That's it. No, they've got literally hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of characters that the show just keeps on going on longer and longer and longer because they always have so many stories they can tell because there's so many different characters to tell stories about. Going up against The Simpsons is a series that was debuted on Disney Plus shortly after Disney Plus came out. But this series was very short-lived, and it was wrongfully very short-lived. It lasted for 2 seasons, but I wish it would have gone on for a lot longer. When I had the notification that this series would end, that it was ending, I was like, "Are you kidding me?" Because I think it's a great one. This story tells the story. The series tells the story about a girl who is in middle school, but will eventually become president. That's right, Diary of a Future President. Diary of a Future President starts off with a woman becoming the next president of the United States. And before she actually goes up and takes her oath, she is handed her diary as a middle schooler, and they are said, hey, maybe this will help your inspiration for your speech for accepting the presidency. So she starts to go through her old book, and all of a sudden she is flashback to a middle schooler. Now, the thing that I absolutely loved about this series is we know who she's going to be. We know she's going to eventually become the president of the United States. And I love the fact that this girl is going through normal, everyday problems that most middle schoolers would actually go through. Things like bullies, things like different changes in your bodies, different homework problems, different problems with teachers, all these different friend groups, all the different drama that could happen. But I think it's one of those things that it was such a great series because for me, I think if I was a middle schooler and I was like, oh, this girl's got the same problems that I have, but at the same time, she can become president. So maybe I could become president and beat her out in the race. No, but I think overall, it was such a great series because one, the entire family life was a great dynamic. Her mom, and her brother, and her mom's new boyfriend. And then on top of that, she had some great friends as well. So that's going to bring us to our next vote, The Simpsons against Diary of a Future President. You guys have about 30 seconds to throw your votes in right now. Do 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 do. Ba da 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 no. Okay, I love them both, but I vote for Simpsons because of longevity. Simpsons, Diary of Future Presidents. Simpsons. Oh my gosh, I don't know what I would vote for. Which is kind of crazy. Like if it came down to a tiebreaker, I don't know what I would vote for. I think I know, and I don't think it would be The Simpsons. As much as I love The Simpsons for a good chunk of my life. Okay, you guys have about 10 seconds left to vote. I think I would vote for Diary of a Future President. Which is funny because I used to buy books about The Simpsons. Like, oh, I gotta read everything about The Simpsons. I'm gonna get 5, 4, 3, 2. The Simpsons. The Simpsons. Okay, we have time for one more challenge for the night. So I want you guys to throw 2 numbers into the comments below, and those 2 are going to be going head to head against one another right now. Who's your favorite Simpsons character? Ralph. I think Ralph Wiggum is the funniest character. Remember when the flood comes through and he's like in his bed outside of the house and he's like, I think I wet my bed. And he's like, that's where I saw the leprechaun. He told me to burn things. A great series. All right, 16 and 35 are the first 2 that popped up here tonight. Okay. Oh, we've already done 16. 42. Oh, Eric, 38's the highest number, or 37 is the highest number that we have. So 35 for sure. Okay, Eric has gotten 37 in there. 37. Oh, yes. Okay, I know what I would vote for. For me, this is an easy one. I think for some people, they might not find it as easy, but I think this is an easy one. Okay, so starting off is a Disney Plus Day special. Originally, this started off as a special 1 hour video, and then they did an actual entire series for 52 weeks. I wish they would do more of these because I think it was a great series. The series was called One Day at Disney. Every single episode, they would focus on a different person who worked at Disney for one day. So they had everyone from, I think the first episode was Eric Goldberg, who's the animator who created the genie, and it was like a 5 to 10 minute episode about his day-to-day life as a employee at Disney. Then they would have other ones where it was the girl who played Dory in Finding Nemo the musical, and we would follow her around for an entire day and talk about her story. Every single episode of the 52 episodes was a different story about a different person who worked at Disney at some point or another. Well, not some point or another. They were still working at Disney when the series came out. Overall, I thought it was a great series. It kind of showed the complete depth of all the different types of people who can work at Disney. And I think that was one of the great things about it. My favorite episode was the person who is the scuba diver at Disneyland, because you don't really think about it, but he would go down into the Finding Nemo Lagoon every single night and the Jungle Cruise Lagoon every night to make sure things were clean down there. Amazing that there's a person who's a scuba diver at Disneyland. That blew me away. Anyways, going up against One Day at Disney is a series which is, again, a brand new series that is debuted on Disney Plus not that long ago, but overall, an amazing series nonetheless. The series is a Star Wars series known as Obi-Wan Kenobi. Obi-Wan Kenobi tells the story about Obi-Wan Kenobi after the events of Revenge of the Sith. So we're going about 10 years into the future, and Luke and Leia are a little bit older. In the series, Obi-Wan Kenobi is faced with peril because he has to go figure out where Leia is while he is also watching Luke Skywalker. So he has to leave Luke Skywalker to go make sure that Leia is okay and come and save the day. Along the way, him and Leia go on crazy adventures together. And while they are going on their adventures together, they are also running away from Leia's father, Darth Vader. Overall, the entire series was a great companion piece to Revenge of the Sith, and also helped kind of tie things into how Revenge of the Sith and A New Hope were connected together. So overall, amazing series. But you guys have about 30 seconds now to vote for which one you want to move on to the next round. Obi-Wan Kenobi or One Day at Disney. Throw your votes in the comments right now. You'll vote for One Day at Disney. I love Star Wars, but Obi-Wan didn't do. Oh, it didn't do it for you. I really liked Obi-Wan. We have 2 for One Day at Disney. 3, 4. Obi-Wan Kenobi gets a vote. 5 to 1. Wow, this is blowing me away. I did not. I thought Obi-Wan Kenobi would easily win this one. Oh my gosh, this is blowing me away. I loved Obi-Wan Kenobi. I think I would vote for Obi-Wan Kenobi. As much as I loved One Day at Disney, I think I would personally vote for Obi-Wan Kenobi between these two. Especially that last episode. The last episode just was amazing. Oh, you guys have about 10 seconds left to vote. If anyone else wants to kind of switch this off into a different direction here. But it looks like One Day at Disney will be moving on to our final round here. I'm going to give you guys 5, 4, 3, 2, One Day at Disney is moving on to our next round here. Okay. There we go. So let's do a quick recap of what has happened so far tonight. So Adventures of the Gummy Bears took down the Mysterious Benedict Society. Black Widow took down Noelle. Luca beat Agent Carter She-Wolf She-Hulk beat Werewolf at Night. Industrial Light and Magic took down the Baymax Shorts. Pollyanna beat High School Musical, the musical series. The Simpsons beat out Diary of a Future President. And One Day at Disney beat Obi-Wan Kenobi. The movies that we have left, or the movies and TV shows that we have left on our list here are, in no particular order, Daredevil, Rogue One, Cars on the Road, Once Upon a Time, The Show, Mickey's Once Upon a Christmas, Descendants, The Ugly Dachshund, Tarzan, 101 Dalmatians, Brother Bear, Bambi, Pinocchio live action, Shang-Chi, Hawkeye, Fox and the Hound, The World According to Jeff Goldblum, The Rescuers, Behind the Attraction, Cruella, Groot Shorts, Lady and the Tramp live action, and Olaf Shorts. So that is going to wrap up our show for tonight. Thank you, everyone out there. As always, tonight's show is sponsored by It's All About the Miles Travel. Make sure you stop by it'sallaboutthemilestravel.com for all of your Disney travel needs. All their services are absolutely, positively, 100% free. So make sure you book with them for your next Disney vacation. I'd like to thank everyone out there for joining us once again this evening. Like I said, next week we are not going to be doing our bracket. We will be bringing the bracket back in 2 weeks. Next week we are going to be doing a recap of the Wine and Dine Half Marathon. So make sure you join us for that one as well. But thank you, everyone out there. If you have not been checking out our YouTube videos, make sure you go check it out. If you've not checked out our YouTube short today, please go check it out because it's not been doing well. Let's see, how many views is it at? Usually at this point, it's over 1,000. But right now it is at 28 views. And I think it's hilarious. So make sure you go check it out. I will be posting a similar short, but not exactly on Instagram. So make sure you check that out as well. Thank you, everyone, for joining us, though. As always, remember that anything can happen if you let it. Have a great week, everybody. Bye-bye. Goodbye now. Goodbye. Goodbye now. Goodbye now. Are they gone? Are they gone? Oh, good. My cheeks are just killing me. I just can't stand this kind of pressure.